Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Join me for my first week of semester 2 where I began my next two papers, Intro to Nursing and Human Anatomy and Physiology Part 2. I also hung out with my friends and celebrated Shannon's birthday. I took my ballet bar and pole classes, worked and of course studied. It was a hectic week back, but I'm so excited that I'm back at uni and that I get to share this journey with you. Before we dive in, if you're new here, hi, my name is Charlotte and I'm a first year nursing student at AUT. I would really appreciate it if you could like the video and subscribe to my channel because one of my goals for this year is to get 200 subscribers and you can help me make that a reality by clicking the button below. Anyway, I think it's now time to start our week. Good morning guys and happy Monday. I had a really early start to my day with my alarm going off at 5:30. I tried to wake myself up by washing my face and making myself a cup of tea and some boiled water. I got myself ready, did my hair and a light makeup look before making myself a bit of breakfast and digging into the latest book that I'm reading. I'm currently reading When Breath Becomes Air by Paul Kalanithi. Everybody, happy Monday. So it's 6:55, heading down to the supermarket to get some snacks and then I'm catching the 7:15 bus. I had 3 lectures starting from 8 AM all back to back until 2 PM in the afternoon, so I stocked up on some mango and a peanut butter and banana Cliff Bar just for the day and I waited for my 7:15 bus. My first lecture of the day was my Human Anatomy and Physiology tutorial, which was on genetics and inheritance. My next 2 lectures were on Intro to Nursing and they were a bit of a struggle to get through. Not only were they long, but mainly they were just admin, which although is super important, it was really difficult for my brain to concentrate on after such an early start. Finished 6 hours, got my student ID card sorted and now I'm heading home. Before finally heading home, I stopped in at my local bookshop and bought Shannon his birthday present and also admired the books. Okay, I'm just heading home now and I think Mum said that my scrub pants finally came in the mail, so when I get home we'll see if they fit this time. My scrubs did come today. So they actually came like 2 weeks ago, but there was a problem with the scrub pants sizing, so I had to send the pants back for exchange. But they've come today and I'm just going to show you what the uniform looks like. Okay, so I'm all changed. This is what the uniform looks like on me. I think it's a really smart uniform and this fits me really well. See? It's got pockets with pockets inside. It's nice, smart. And the pants fit me as well. I'm so chuffed about that. I just need to find shoes. I have to do that this week. I have to add that to my to-do list for this week. It is very, very cold, guys. I'm going to drive now to ballet bar. Try and warm up a bit in the car. Can you see her looking out the window? The ballet bar class was amazing like always. I still feel like a graceful pigeon when I'm doing the moves, but I can see that I'm getting stronger and there's progress and that's so exciting to me. I just finished ballet bar. It was really fun. It was really good. I'm still very clumsy, but I'm getting better. Time to head home, do some homework, have some dinner. For dinner, my mum made a kind of stir-fry meal, and then feeling refueled and ready to plough through my to-do list, I put on some music by the Vitamin String Quartet and began working through the optional student quiz on the anatomy content for this week. After I had finished that, I went through the answers and checked them all off. Afterwards, and with the moon now high up on her throne, I began working on my weekly and graded multiple choice quiz on genetics and inheritance. So I just did my first weekly multiple choice test for HAP 2, which was on genetics and hereditary, and I got 9 out of 10. With these ones we can take them unlimited amount of times and they save our like best score or something, so I don't know, I think I might try it again and see if I can get 10 out of 10 because I really want the best score I can get, you know. So I took it another 2 times. I got 9 out of 10 on the second one and 8 out of 10 on the third one. Should I go again? Like, I really want that sweet 10 out of 10, but like, I feel like, you know, third time's a charm, but this time it wasn't the charm, so maybe the universe is trying to tell me something. I might give it one more go. Got a 9 out of 10 again. 9 out of 10, I'm happy with it. I began to conclude my Monday by creating a set of Anki flashcards for genetics and inheritance, and the last thing I did that night was quickly create a revision sheet for that topic. I made my to-do list for Tuesday and then began to unwind by editing my video, ready to begin my Tuesday. And start getting ready for my flu vaccination. She wants my toast, and I'm gonna work on my video. Aww. Well, good morning guys. It was another freezing morning, which I started off with by editing my video just so it was out of the way and so I wouldn't get distracted by it throughout the day as I was studying. I then had to leave to make it to my appointment on time. I had this year's flu vaccination scheduled for 9:15. I will never miss another vaccination just because I'd rather try to just keep myself as healthy as possible. Of course, a trip down to the village is not complete without a library visit, so I went to pick up The Memory Police by Yoko Ogawa. Back at home and with 10 AM on the clock, I began the monster task of going through Learning Module 1 for Intro to Nursing. Pretty much it's an online folder stuffed with readings and videos, lectures and activities that you have to get through, and I had to get it done today for labs on Wednesday. Just so you can get a picture of how big this task was, I started at 10 AM in the morning and I only finished everything around 4 PM in the afternoon. And that could be because I'm rather slow when it comes to studying, but I also think that the sheer volume of tasks, you know, also contributed. It was a lot of work. After lunch, one of the most interesting things in the learning module was the reading on vital signs. It took me a moment to get into it, but once I was focused, I really appreciated how in-depth it was and how much content it covered. The last few things to go over in the module were the mini lectures on vital signs, which I watched on my bed so my laptop could charge. All dressed up, ready to go. After a full day of studying, I was ready to relax and spend some time with my friends. I first met up with Finn, where we took the bus into the city and spent some time exploring the AUT city campus, which I don't really get to see because I'm on a different campus at AUT for nursing. At 6:40, Shannon and Amy's bus pulled up and we began our search for something to eat. We were all really hungry, but were also really indecisive too, so it took us about 30 minutes to decide where to eat. And we settled on Commercial Bay, where I got a vegan burger and some coma fries from Wise Boys. And guys, let me tell you, it was such a tasty burger that I wish I had space for two. Feeling full and very content, we began to explore the city. We messed around at Britomart for a bit and I admired all of the fairy lights which they strung up literally everywhere. And afterwards we began our walk to Starbucks. And I just want to highlight the fact that I've only been to Starbucks once and I don't recall having such a problem, but once I got my order I had no idea how to put the straw into the cup. Like, it took me a good few minutes to figure it out, and oh my god, it was... When we left, the Starbucks waiter asked me if I eventually got it with the straw, which meant that he had seen everything, and that was just mortifying. I have never been so embarrassed in my life.
Put it in there.
You have to tell the blog what you ordered.
You have to, yeah.
What you order, what size?
She doesn't know how to get it in. Go on, keep trying. You'll get there eventually.
You know, you can make a viral TikTok out of this. Oh my god. Just like stab it. Hi guys.
You might be strangers to us, but we love you. It breaks my heart to know.
After an eventful night, we all piled back on the bus and made our way back home, where I spent the rest of the evening editing and just feeling happy.
Yes, thank God.
Good morning, everybody. I'm also kind of nervous I'll be the only person wearing the uniform because not everyone got the uniform, and I don't want to be like a pink penguin. I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna head off to the warehouse now, get some shoes hopefully, and then I'm gonna head to uni. If I get there early, I'll just study in the library, find out where my my tutorial theatre is, and then go on with the day. First stop of this busy Wednesday was the warehouse. I've already ordered some proper nursing shoes, but I'm not too sure how long it's going to take to arrive. So in the meantime, I wanted to get some cheap and fully black shoes that I could use for labs. So I didn't film my first class of the day. This was from 11 AM until 12 PM and was one of our weekly hour-long mentoring sessions that we have before labs. It's pretty much time to go over anything you need help with. Afterwards, me, Georgia and Cam found a quiet place to study and have something to eat in the hour break between mentoring and our first ever labs. I took the time to add cards to my vital signs deck on Anki. I was so nervous and incredibly excited for labs, and I had no idea what to expect. You guys, it was such a wonderful and eye-opening experience. I did feel a little like a fish out of water because there was so much going on and it was such a new experience, but having the opportunity to practice skills was just incredible. Okay, so we just finished 5 hours of lab. It was really good. Did blood pressure, respiratory assessment, temperature. I did the air temperature thing, so cool. And what was the other one? Pulse. Before I do anything though, I'm super hungry, so I got Whitakers. Right guys, I'm going to show you the kit that we got. So you get our own stethoscope, thermometer, you get your own pair of scissors. You get a light examination, like for eye assessments, neurological assessments, our own blood pressure cuff as well. They've given us these pieces of paper for like practice and reference. So this is the New Zealand charting. Yeah, a clinical notes paper which we practice on and stuff. So that's the whole kit that I got today. Labs was really fun, very stressful because like even though I've done the work and I have like studied and stuff, when you're put on the spot or when you're feeling unsure of yourself and it's a new situation and stuff, everything just leaves my head. Like I knew some of the answers and yet I could not articulate them. Lots of things to work on. I think I have to do the second learning module this week as well. It's gonna be a lot tomorrow. It's gonna be a full study day tomorrow, guys. I'm just gonna get stuff done. I spent the time until I had to leave for pole just creating an extensive revision sheet for vital signs, informed consent, and everything we had gone over today in labs.
Breaking news got me breaking. I was present, hopeless, praying. Struck down at 20, plenty left to put behind you. You ain't peaked, devil speaking, now they speaking about you, leave it alone. Hope you grinning while you watch your bros on some soulful sunny shit to brighten up a wounded soul. Honest, you the penny, pick it up like Chevy, New Age Machiavelli, disagree, don't tell me, now you in infinity, we 98, trust that he be good. On the ball like BB, don't make no mistakes, got the faith. The 18 just not gon' be the same. Finna bleed down generations, not gon' be in vain. Too young, why you gotta go, I just wanna know now, true numb. Crying, getting no,
After a really difficult pole session, Mum helped me make my bed. There's nothing quite like the feeling of snuggling into fresh sheets, and after a long day this was exactly what I needed. I filled up on dinner and dessert before starting the last part of my night. I'm gonna have a shower and then finish off my revision sheet for vital signs. By this stage I was pretty tired, but I really wanted to get this sheet done so I wouldn't have so much work for the rest of the week and also so I wouldn't get behind.
Another day go by, don't know what got me down.
Okay, well, it's not like 11 o'clock and it's been a very unproductive morning. I've only just got myself ready. I'm going to take Hannah's vital signs now and practice doing all of that, and then I'm going to start working on the learning module 2. What she wants of me. I've set up in the kitchen just so it's, you know, bigger space and stuff. I'm going to break down my study stuff that I want to get done into like 1 hour each and alternate between them. Part of the reason why I was a bit more unproductive than usual today was not only that I was feeling tired, but also because I tried taking Hannah's vital signs and I couldn't for the life of me find her radial pulse, and it just stressed me out and made me worry a bit, and I just kind of felt down that something so basic was so difficult for me. And I know I'm just learning, but in the moment it felt like a really big deal. I ended up just distracting myself by working on learning module 2. 1 hour later and I was feeling quite hungry, so I decided that I would make myself some banana pancakes for my lunch. They don't look very appetizing on the video, but they were so delicious and they're so easy to make as well. So I made banana pancakes. It's 3 o'clock now. It's not been a very productive day like I had planned it to be. I'm exhausted. I'm going to have a nap for maybe an hour and then I'm going to see how I feel. 1 hour and a bit later, I felt so much better and a lot more motivated to continue working through my to-do list. I got back to working on the learning module 2 contents because this is the most important thing I've got to work on, and it pretty much covered communication with elderly patients, documentation, cataracts, and generalized anxiety disorder. Right, so it's nearly 5:30 and I'm about nearly halfway through my learning module 2. So I'm up to this bit here. As you can see, these have a lot of different folders in them. All of these folders have different stuff. Yeah, I'm about almost halfway through. I spent 1 more hour working on this learning module before having dinner with my family and then unwinding by watching Bo Burnham's Inside. Down with Hannah's cold. Not feeling it in my throat today, guys. I started off the day by just editing the video. So I'm just wearing this today until I have to get changed for work. After doing my chores and having my breakfast, the next thing I had to do was wrap up and send off my Depop package. I also had to go into the village just to drop off my Depop package and pick up some library books, and walk Peaches as well. She got a lot of admiration today. So I got out Beauty and Breaking by Michelle Halter and Midnight Library by Matt Haig. Here we go. Then to start off actually studying, I began watching the week 2 video logs, which were on protein synthesis and gene expression. And then I got to work by watching the week 2 lecture, which was on the same topics, protein synthesis and gene expression. I did get quite cold though, about halfway through the lecture, so I put on a blanket, got myself some tea and something to eat, just cracked on with it. After my lecture, I was feeling really hungry, so I decided I would make myself some lunch, and I went with my go-to fried egg sandwich. While I ate it, Mum was watching The Last Kingdom, and I was kind of following along, but then I started reading my book, which was When Breath Becomes Air. Peaches was waiting for food. Feeling full once again, I decided that I needed to practice vital signs. You can see me struggling to take Mum's pulse. It's the thing that I'm finding most difficult actually. Like, I can find the pulse, but then it like disappears, or I can't concentrate and keep track of like the time and the pulse. So it's going to be one of the things that I'm going to go over in our mentoring session hopefully. I really need help with it. I took Mum's blood pressure, I did her respiratory rate. Yeah, I just tried her vital signs. The last thing I did before I got myself ready for work was just book in my interprofessional learning unit modules, which were on handling and moving people. So those are in-person workshops that I have to do, they're compulsory. And I also was trying to come up with rationales of like why I'm taking the vital signs as part of our assessment, and I just want to, have that in the bag really. And finally I spent the rest of the day at work. Just finished work, about to go home, relax. I'm just gonna edit my video and then I'm gonna go to sleep. So I'll see you guys tomorrow, Saturday. See you then. Good morning, guys. I'm definitely coming down with Hannah's cold. I start work at 12:30. I'm super hungry, guys. We're having pancakes. My family, we always have pancakes on Saturdays. Good morning.
How did you still have it?
So yummy.
This is part of your latest thing, is it?
Yeah. Gotta walk. Nothing really eventful happened at work that day. Normally for my breaks I'll just go have some food and read my book and then get back to work as soon as my break's finished. So yeah, that's worked for me. Final day of the week, Sunday, was another early riser. I woke up, got myself ready for work, had my breakfast, and while I was eating, I was finishing off When Breath Becomes Air, and then at 8 o'clock in the morning I started work. I got home from work early because I was feeling a little unwell, so I spent the rest of the evening just resting and editing my video. I finished the night off by having some dinner, watching Baywatch, and yeah, that was my night. So that's been a week in my life. I really appreciate you watching the video. I hope you liked it. Don't forget to like and subscribe and do all that good stuff, and I'll see you next Monday with a new video. Bye!
Your love is rated X. That means you're extra, extra.